Okay, everyone, it's time to do our digital hakafa to get ready to read our Parashah Hashavua. Today we're going to be doing the blessing or the bracha for studying Torah, so please read and sing along with me. La'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Parashah Hashavua. We are still in the book of Vayikra or Leviticus, and this week we are looking at the Parashah Tazria. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a little medicinal, very much about how people stay clean. We're going to dive right in. It's an interesting one. Hopefully we can still find some beautiful values and messages to look at in our Machane Shabbat. So at the end of last week's Parsha, Shemini, we began to discuss the laws of purity. These laws, called the laws of Tuma and Tahara, are continued in this week's portion. The first topic discussed is what happens to a woman who has given birth. After a set amount of days, she immerses in a mikvah. That's a special body of water that makes someone tahor, pure, kind of like taking the most purifying, beautiful bath, and brings a sacrifice to the Mishkan. That's the tabernacle. All baby boys are to be circumcised at 8 days old. We call this the Brit Milah. That's a fancy word for a promise or a covenant or a contract. Next topic of discussion is a unique disease called tzara'at. It is different from other illnesses because it has a spiritual cause and makes a person impure. And one thing I'll add here is that though there's a lot of description of this illness, which was what makes this parsha so special, white patches, hairs, it's fun. There's no real modern name for what the tzara'at was. Some people think it was leprosy. Some people think it was a type of rosacea or eczema. We just don't know. If a person thinks they may have this affliction, they must go to the Kohen. And the Kohen looks for signs to see whether it's the impurity of tzara'at or just a regular illness. Like it mentioned in the Torah, some of the illnesses it could be instead are baldness, pimples, eczema, or rash. The Torah teaches the Kohen which signs to look for to identify the disease as tzara'at. If a person is afflicted with tzara'at, then they must live outside of the camp for a whole week. Then the Kohanim help that person perform a repurification ritual so that they can go back to being a part of their community. There's also a list of tzara'at that Kohanim need to look out for in people's houses, and a list of how to make a home tahor, pure. What do you think makes something clean or pure? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for taking part in this week's Parashah Hashavua Tazria. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Please check out the other videos that I made for this week's Machane Shabbat for some cool DIYs that will hopefully tie into this week's Parsha. See you next week. Bye.